Daniel was a classic workaholic, always on the grind, always racing against time. He woke up at the crack of dawn. His first task of the day was checking emails before even making his morning coffee. By the time most people were finishing breakfast, Daniel was already deep into meetings, tackling projects, and making sure deadlines were met, no matter the cost. His phone buzzed constantly, with messages and work alerts, and every weekend felt like an extension of his work week. On the outside, Daniel seemed to have it all: an impressive job title, a corner office, a high-paying salary. But on the inside, he was running on empty. His relationships were distant. Hobbies like photography and playing the guitar were memories he couldn't remember the last time he enjoyed. Instead, his mind was filled with pressure, stress, and a constant anxiety that he could never escape. He thought this was normal. After all, his colleagues seemed to be doing the same thing, pushing through. But one day, everything came to a screeching halt. After rushing down a set of office stairs, Daniel suddenly felt his vision blur. The next thing he knew, he woke up in a hospital bed. The doctor explained that what he had experienced wasn't a heart attack, but something even worse: work burnout. His body had finally reached its limit. The constant grind, the long hours, the emotional exhaustion, and the complete lack of balance had caught up to him. That night, lying there, Daniel couldn't stop thinking about everything he had sacrificed for the sake of his career. The friendships he had neglected, the family dinners he had missed, the hobbies he no longer remembered how to enjoy. He realized that the constant pressure to achieve more, to do more, had come at the expense of his well-being. And he knew something had to change. He didn't quit his job. He didn't throw everything away in a moment of crisis. But he did make a decision that shifted his entire perspective. He began by making small, manageable changes. Instead of starting each day with work emails, he started his mornings with a peaceful walk. He set clear boundaries around work hours, no longer answering emails late into the night. He even picked up his old camera again and started taking photos for pure enjoyment, not for work or social media. Daniel also learned that work burnout isn't just caused by long hours. It's the result of a deeper imbalance, a lack of personal time, joy, and meaningful activities outside of work. Research shows that people who experience chronic work burnout often face higher stress levels, lower productivity, and even physical health issues. A study published in The Lancet Psychiatry found that taking time to engage in hobbies or creative activities can lower stress and improve mood over time. And another study in the Harvard Business Review emphasized that finding meaning and joy outside of work is critical for preventing burnout and restoring emotional balance. Daniel's life slowly began to improve. He wasn't working less, he was just working differently. He began to reconnect with friends, make time for hobbies, and even took weekend trips that had nothing to do with work. For the first time in years, he was sleeping soundly and waking up without dread. One quote, in particular, stuck with him. "There is more to life than increasing its speed." Mahatma Gandhi. He wrote it on a sticky note and placed it on his desk, a constant reminder that life is not just about pushing harder, but about enjoying the ride. Months later, Daniel found himself a changed man, not because he had dramatically transformed his career or completely stopped working, but because he had learned to prioritize his well-being. He had redefined success, understanding that taking care of himself wasn't a luxury, it was a necessity. Daniel's story isn't unique. Many of us experience work burnout without even realizing it, pushing ourselves until we hit a wall. But the key to overcoming burnout is learning to strike a balance between work and self-care. It's about making small, conscious choices each day that nurture your mind, body, and spirit.